Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Kamal Kumar. I have completed my graduation from Delhi University, Satyavati College in BA program on last year, May 2024. And just after that, uh, on last year, May 2024, when I was in my final year, I have joined a UI UX design bootcamp where I have learned everything about UI UX designing from scratch and completed three real life projects there, served as an intern in a company, and now I'm applying for a full time job. So today I'm gonna elaborate what heuristic laws are. Heuristic laws are basically general principles that helps to create accessible, intuitive, and easy to understand digital screen. We can remember 10 heuristic laws by the sentence you have charmed. U refers for users should have user control and freedom. It means that user control and freedom. It means user must have option to user control and freedom. It means user must have option to support, undo, and redo. And H refers for helps user to recognize, diagnose, and recover from the problem. If something goes wrong while using a digital screen, a user must know where is the problem and how to diagnose from it. For example, if there is no internet connection, the system should show that you don't have internet connection. Try again or check your internet connection. Best example we can take from the Chrome and YouTube itself. Chrome give option to play the dinosaur game, and YouTube suggest option to watch downloaded videos, or you can download the videos when you will be online next time, or when you will have internet connection. A refers for aesthetic and minimalistic design. A design should be aesthetic and minimalistic, simple background, easy navigation, more white spaces, no extra details, one emphasis on the screen. Interface shouldn't be contain information, which information should uh, interface shouldn't contain information which is irrelevant to the user. Another heuristic logic is visibility of system status. Whatever is happening on the screen, user must be aware of it, where the user is. For example, if user clicked on a button and it is loading, so there must be a sign of loading or buffering or a skeleton loading. So a user would know where he is, or we can use breadcrumbs to know where the user is. E refers for error and prevention. As a human, obviously, as a human they will make mistakes, so we have to design interface by keeping that thing in mind. That's why this laws occurs. Error prevention, showing error preventing error by showing what is required, showing types of keywords we have to use while making a password instead of showing annoying tag and password. Give email options to like Gmail options give attachment. After writing, I'm attaching some file. So you don't forgot to the attachment. Consistency and standards. You should not wonder where this user should know you. All of the icons, colors, and text should be consistent. So a user shouldn't. A user should not wonder what does this icon are. Why should we should use? User should wonder. User should user should not wonder what these icons are. We should use known and common technology. H refers for the help and H refers to the help and documentation. Always gives option to always give option to reach always give option to reach the support or giving feedback. Cause no matter how well your design is, there is still something that could go wrong. Another heuristic clause is accelerators and flexibility. Allows user to accelerate their speed while using the screen, like adding filter options. For example, a microwave have button of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so that we can accelerate the usage. Filter shortcuts. Another heuristic logic is recognition better rather than recall. Users should be given option to choose from instead of having to think of possible actions. Users should be given option to choose from instead of having to think. Users should be given option to choose from instead of having to think of possible actions themselves. Minimize the user memory load by making objects, actions, and options visible. Match between system and real world. Design system based on familiar ideas, concepts, and language. For example, calendar, book, notes, keeping the red black background of OTT button, like adding um adding a dustbin button using while using delete icon. Yeah, that's all for today. Now I will elaborate UX laws too. Let me search it. So the laws of UX design are handpicked psychological insights based on behavioral science that can help us design better digital skills. The first one is Jacob's laws. User spend most of their time on other sites. This means that user spend most of their time on other sites and apps. This means that user preferred your site to work the same. This means user preferred your site to work the same way as all other sites they already know. People spend most of their time on other sites and apps. They want your website to work like that too. Hicks law. The time it takes to make a decision increase with the number and the time it takes to make a decision increase with the complexity of choices. More choices means more time a user will take to decide. So we should keep the less option to accelerate the usage. Another law is Fitts law. The primary button should be easy to reach and highlighted too. Large and close elements are easier to reach. Another heuristic clause is goal gradient effect. The tendency to complete a goal increases with the proximity of the goal. By showing the progress we can make them engage. Serial position effect. User have habit to remember the first and last item in the series. Important item in bulleted user have habit to remember the first and last thing in a list. So we should keep the important thing in the so we can give important item in bulleted list should be so important item in bulleted list should be on top or bottom. Last important item should be in middle. Law of proximity. Elements that are visually connected perceived more related than the element with no connection. Elements that are visually connected perceived more related with the element with no connection than the element with no connection. Miller's law is the average person can only keep 7 plus or minus 2 in their working memory. Organize content into smaller chunk to make it process, understand, memorize easily. Law of common reason is if something are grouped within a border, we see them as a related in a meaningful way. It is not just putting content in simple borders. You can took color to take elements together and making it related to. Uh, One result of it is when multiple similar objects are present are when multiple similar objects are present that differs from the rest is likely to be remembered first. When multiple similar objects are present that differs from the rest is likely to be remembered first. Postal law is be liberal in what you accept and conservative in what you send. Be open-minded when receiving information. Accept different ideas, opinion, and data without projecting to. Be careful and precise when sharing information. Make sure what you say is clear, accurate, and useful. Keep it concise and conservative while sending the data to user. Design form fields the accept the way people write things, their dates, time, and phone. Or design form field to accept the way people write things, dates, time, and phone number. Example allows people to use dot spaces or slashes to format the day, month, and year in their date of birth. Occam's razor is if two ideas explaining something equally, choose the one who needs fewer suggestions with extra explanation. If two ideas explaining something equally, choose the one who needs a fewer guesses and explanation. Occam's razor law, the simplest design is likely to be best approach. For any system, there is a certain amount of complexity that can be reduced. Hide as much as a complexity. Hide Tesla laws is hide as much as complexity as you can. Occam's law refers for if two ideas explain something equally, choose the one who needs fewer suggestions, fewer guesses. Yeah, that's all from today.